So let's just look at this. Again, here it says that the Mesopotamians, it's like the whole Babylonian thing over there, as above, so below. So basically what's being said here is this isn't making predictions. It's a playbook that keeps going around and around and around with gods and kings and countries, making us fight when certain bodies are opposed to each other. Like I said, Saturn and Mars. When those two are opposed to each other or squared, there's war. So just think about how many innocent people have died because somebody has an old book that says when these planets are squared, there has to be problems. Imagine that. So let's just go back and look at NF, what I was just telling you about. To locate Capricorn, which is the goat, okay, proceed south from the altar. Doesn't that sound like altar? So now you have the goat and you have the altar in the direction indicated by its two companions, the two palms, or we could say the two pillars, looking for the third magnitude, which has the sixth magnitude companion about 3 inches of arc away. So you get your 363 here, right? This one's even better. Another triangle can be provided landmarks in September skies. The September triangle of Altair, NF, are sketched above. So we're talking about a triangle in September. I guarantee you I can lock this shit down right to the world, to the WTC. And listen, when we talk about fallen angels, remember, biblically, angels are stones, stars, and trees. So they're the fallen angels are the stars, the positioning of the stars. You can definitely run this planet based on that old school. Because they've been doing that, and they've been fucking us the whole time. They've made up all kinds of stories based around movements of the stars. Everything is based on Saturn in this place. I mean, I've proven that for, the last 6 years? 5 or 6? This is bullshit. Then this is why man is stuck in this triangle of doom. Because he never wakes up to the fact that this is just a playbook. And the reason the new day never dawns is because they keep making us repeat the same day over and over. The same cycle. Because the cycles are in the sky. That's why. And then they, as above, so below, just like you saw it right here. Right? Because the Mesopotamians are the Babylonians. The Babylonians is a whole pantheon of all of this stuff that's going on in our governments and stuff today. So their playbook says there must be a war, there must be a famine, there must be good times, there has to be bad times. Because it's based on old cycles that they recorded, and then they push it on us. And they tell us, oh, it's terrible, look at this. They're doing it. And we're falling into place by believing this silly crap. And that cycle will only be broken when man says, just because you want me to go kill a man overseas doesn't mean I'm going to. Because all of this stuff is in their minds is predestined because it was done that way in the days of the old. And who are we to change it? You see? Do you understand how that works? You send your sons and your daughters overseas to die or kill somebody because the stars were in a certain position? I mean, for fuck's sake. That may not be the end-all, be-all of everything that's going on here, but I'll tell you what, it's a good start to it. And these, I mean, all of this stuff is scripted. Look at the news. How many times have I showed you the news based off of biblical stories? How is that possible? It's only possible if they're replaying it. Do you understand? I mean, look at the words here. Here's Capricornus. That's the goat. The altar. The goat in the altar. Now you're talking some satanic crap. That's how our average person, if you show people a goat and an altar together, the first thing they're going to do is say Satan. Absolutely. The reason that they show the goat on a man's body is because that's Saturn in Capricorn. That's why that picture is drawn that way, because it's showing you two celestial positions combined into one. But it doesn't mean that the evil doesn't exist that man has used from taking those positions and casting them upon his fellow man, who most times is just, cannon fodder, basically. Killing people because the stars are in a certain position, because the stars say you have to. Fuck you. Walking around wearing fucking Halloween costumes all the time, shopping and fucking wearing black. You remember the Columbine thing? Remember that? You remember that? The two kids? If you dig, you'll find out they were Jewish, for starters. Klebold is a Jewish name. It's not Japanese. The other thing is, remember the name of the group that they were involved with? The Black Trenchcoat Mafia. So you have two Jewish kids that are involved in the Black Trenchcoat Mafia. Don't you get it? This is what Star Wars is. It's wars that are created by the positioning of the planets, stars, and moons. All people got to do is stand up and go, fuck you, I'm not doing it. Because you know what? They can't throw us all in jail. But you got to understand the religions are based on bogus stuff. Not all of it. It doesn't change my idea about Jesus none. But I'm just telling you, you gotta look at this stuff for what it is. It's Star Wars. The Empire is the whole Empire of Saturn. Empire Strikes Back. It's Star Wars. The stars, biblically, the fallen angels, but they're the stars, the ones in the fucking sky. A third of the stars fell. There's a part of it, when you look up the sky, there are no stars. I don't know what our conscious mind is. I can see how they're fucking manipulating us through shit like this. Nobody critically thinks anymore, and I'm not speaking to you people. I'm just saying, as a rule, nobody stops and thinks. Like that story about the guy. He's got no legs and no hands, yet he's got a gun and he's dangerous. We have opposing thumbs. That's what makes us different from other animals. It also makes it real easy to cock the fucking thing and pull the trigger back. No, nobody stops to go, hey, wait a minute. Like the guy at work today was telling him, he goes, well, how did he shoot the gun? And I said, exactly. How did he shoot the gun? And the guy never could make the connection that he couldn't shoot the gun. And then he goes, well, why would the news lie like that? Well, exactly. That should be your next question. Why would the news lie like that? All of these wars and these shootings and all this stuff is because of the positioning of the stars, moons, and planets. Again, Capricorn and the altar. Show a person a picture of an altar and a goat, and the first thing they're going to fucking tell you is that Satanist. It's Satanist. It's evil. Yet here, it's positioning of bodies in the celestial form. I mean, NFL, come on, man. Everything, and all their sacred geometry. The sacred geometry is angles between planets and stars. That's why it says here, another triangle can provide landmarks in September skies. I guarantee you that the World Trade Center was dropped because stars were in a certain position at a specific time. And because it was done like that in the days of old, it's probably why Rome burned. It's probably why Chicago was set on fire. Not because somebody's cow kicked over a fucking lantern or what's-his-face sat there and fiddled. It's because it's an old playbook. It's fucking bullshit. And if people ever woke up to that, you could stop all this and the new day would dawn because we would no longer play this fucking game.